Hey, buddies. Yeah, this is huge. We broke over 1,500 subscribers. Again, we, as far as I'm concerned. So thank you. Thank you, and huge welcome to all of our new viewers. And this is amazing. I never know what to say. I mean, what can you say? This is ridiculous. Not only is it another huge milestone, we also have well over 400,000 views, like well beyond 400,000 views on the channel at the moment. So I'm wondering, maybe my next update should be when I hit like 500,000 views, because that's going to be in not all that long at this point. But anyway, I have a big announcement today. I'm going to get to that in a minute. But first, you all might not pay quite as much attention to this as I do. Maybe you don't watch it quite as closely as I do, but the channel is actually growing a little slower just recently. Actually, what happened is more that it started growing ridiculously quickly for a brief period, and then it actually slowed back down again. So that's okay. It's not like it's really slow. It's still growing a lot. It's all down to actually my biggest video, you may or may not have noticed, was my swords guide for Terraria. And at one point, the channel actually hit, this was, I think, over a month ago now, it hit like 10,000 views in 48 hours. In fact, it kind of hit that like 2 different times over the weekend. It was a weekend when that happened. At like 10,000 views in 48 hours. It was ridiculous. And I guess it was a little too ridiculous to keep going. But it kind of settled back slowly. Not quite back to where it was. It's still higher than it was. So the channel is still growing quickly. We're still doing better than ever, other than that one little brief period. But anyway, yeah, and the interesting thing is, yeah, okay, that video slowed down a little again after that, but I've had like some really successful videos just recently in the last month that are starting to make up for it already. So the channel is growing. We're adding new subscribers all the time. In the worst of that little slowdown, I had like one day where I lost 1 subscriber, which was the first time, like the overall number was I lost 1 subscriber one day, and that's the worst day I've had in probably months at this point. Like in the last few days, there was one day that the channel gained 16 subscribers. There's been 2 days in a row over the weekend that it gained 10 each day. So this is always amazing. Like, I don't know what to make of that. To think that 400,000 times more than that, people have watched my videos. Like, it's crazy. And so, yeah, the channel's growing. We're doing well. I'm making, at this point, I'm going to tell you, I don't mind telling you, I'm making almost $100 a month now, which would mean I'll get a payment every month. And to think like November, I thought was a huge month because I made like $25. And then December, I made over 50. And then since then, it's just been gradually like, my calculation is that the channel is roughly, very roughly, obviously, because it has ups and downs. It's not predictable exactly, but it's been roughly doubling every 4 months. In fact, I was looking at some statistics last night, and it's actually 10 times the watch time and views that I had a year ago. So, like in the last year, it's been 10 times what I got the previous year. And just imagine if that continues. I don't know if that can continue or not, but yeah, so let me get to a couple things. First of all, creating a fan server. I know I talked about that in my last subscriber update, and I definitely want to do that. I haven't done it yet, but I've been looking into it a bit. And in fact, what I might do is create a few fan servers, because of course there are different games and there's different people that watch the channel for different reasons, different games. So I do want to do that. I don't get to announce that, yes, that's ready today, but I do have experience making servers, so I just have to kind of go ahead and find some time to make it happen. So if and when, but it's mostly when I do that, I will make some kind of announcement. Maybe on Twitter, maybe a video, and I'll probably do that for like each server that I release, because what I want to do actually is play with you guys. I know like there are a bunch of you who have been asking, when can I play with you? When can I play with you? I did get a rare opportunity a couple times recently to play with a couple of viewer subscribers, but it's rare because my hours are weird. And I'm usually like, I'm doing my videos on Mondays and Fridays during the workday. That's when I get to do my videos. Evenings and weekends are very hard for me, and that's when, of course, most people are available. And like the other work days, I have to work. So it's really hard for me to find time, and I'm sorry to you guys that I haven't had more chances to play with you guys, but I do want to, and I want to set up these servers so that we can play together. And my idea is, when I launch a server, I want to be on that server to play with you guys. So I'm gonna have to figure that all out, and I'll have to make an announcement, when I'm ready to do that, and when it's gonna be, when I'm gonna, have a launch, let's say. I'm gonna have to announce that. I'm gonna have to figure out the logistics of that, but that's what I'm wanting to do with all that stuff. Because I want to have like a kickoff, right? I'm gonna play with you guys. I might even record it if you guys are okay with that, and put that up on the channel too, so you guys can see. Like, even some of you who maybe didn't play can see. You guys that do play can see playing with me, and those that didn't get a chance to do that can at least see, how it went and what we were up to and stuff like that. I mean, that sounds like fun to me, right? So that's what I'm thinking about. Let me know what you think about that. But that's not the big announcement. The big announcement kind of came out of nowhere for me. I'm always thinking. So I was thinking one day, and I've told you guys before that I want to go full time when I can afford to, or when I think I'm close enough to be able to afford to. And I'm not there. Like, my business gives me like $4,500 a month. That's my income. The channel is like $100 a month now, which I know probably sounds pretty big to some of you, especially the younger ones in the crowd. But I can't live on $100 a month, and so that's been holding me back a bit, because what I want to do is this. Honestly, long term, I want to do this. Obviously, that's why I've been doing it. I've been at it for 2 years now, and the first year I didn't make any money. Like, in theory, I was making a little bit of money during that period, but I never got paid until December, actually. So the first year and a half of the channel, I got nothing, and I kept doing it because it's what I want to do. And the last 6 months have been incredible, because it's been this sudden growth. Well, it's not really sudden, because it's been growing like that all along, but it was growing from nothing, and for a long time it was growing to almost nothing, right? So now it's growing from nothing to something, and just the fact that I'm actually making any money on this is such a motivation to just keep at it, because it's my dream. I mean, honestly, it's weird because I'm 37 years old. I'm probably older than the vast majority of you watching this, but like probably a lot of you, because if you're watching this, you must love video games or something, or maybe you just love watching people be goofs. But anyway, from the time I was like 6 years old, all I really wanted to do is play games a lot. I mean, that would be the main thing I want to do. I actually do have other interests, but the main thing I would want to do with my time is just play games, right? I love video games, and I always have, and for like over 30 years. Can you imagine that? That was like a crazy dream. And just to have the opportunity for that to become a reality. But anyway, I'm rambling, but the big announcement is, I think I'm gonna go full time anyway, because I'm nowhere near there yet. But you know what I realized is that my business is very stable. Like, what I need to do right now, I'm not gonna do it right now, because I'm working on a big project for my business, and I have to finish that up. But I'm hoping to finish that very soon, and when I have that done, the fact is my business is stable. It's not like my business pays me on the basis of the hours I put in. It's not an hourly wage. Like, I have a product, and I sell that product, and I support that product, but the money kind of rolls in somewhat predictably, regardless of the amount of work I put in. Exactly. If I want to make money on my business long term, I have to work at it. Obviously, that's the same for all businesses. But the nature of my particular business is that my customers aren't gonna notice too much if I go away for a little while. I mean, they are like, I'm still gonna need to answer calls and stuff, but I can do that and I can make videos at the same time. So what I want to do is, on a trial basis, go full time, even though I'm not getting paid nearly enough from this to do that, because I just want to, and I'm hoping that by doing that I can grow the channel faster, and I can do better as well. Because not only would that allow me to, instead of making 2 videos a week, I can make like 5 videos a week. So I can make, way more videos, but I can also put the time in to make the videos that need the time better. Because you might have noticed, like, the funny thing is I put out a couple of Rust guides just recently, and I had been playing Rust and I put up Rust videos and they were not popular at all, but I thought, okay, maybe I'll have to give up on that game. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to try doing a couple of guides for it, because that's been my strength. What people have liked are my guides. And so I put up 2 Rust guides. The first one particularly did amazingly well, and I had no idea that was going to happen. I had some ideas about what I wanted to help explain to people, but honestly, I had to rush those videos. The first one I had to rush a little bit, but I had some ideas about what I wanted to do with it, and the editing particularly, I did it in like a few clips and just kind of pieced it together in a way that I guess ended up working. And I didn't know if I was going to get many views at all on that, but it's done very well. And it's a complete surprise. And so yeah, I'm gonna keep doing that game, obviously. I do have some interest in that, and there's a lot of things that I can cover. The second one, honestly, I had to rush a lot, and if you watch my second Rust guide, the one on base building, if you may have watched it already and maybe thought, yeah, that's fine, whatever, and it's done okay, it's done reasonably well already as well, but I had to rush it a lot, and I don't like rushing things like that, because guides particularly, you need to put in the time and do it right, and I just didn't have time. I had to rush it, and I was not happy with that video particularly. It's done okay anyway, but I want to do better than that, and I want to be able to put in the time to record, edit, and so on, especially the guides. So I've actually already I've already come up with a schedule how I want to do it. If I'm going to go full time, I'm going to do guides probably Tuesdays for Terraria. I'll move, I've been doing those mostly Mondays. I'll move that to Tuesdays, and I'll do like Rust or Unturned guides. I'll probably alternate maybe on Thursdays. And then the other 3 days of the week, I'm going to do other things, like I'm going to get rid of, I've been, alternating the Terraria, like 2 guides and then a multiplayer video, and then 2 guides and then a multiplayer video. It's kind of been my thing. I'm going to do like multiplayer Mondays is what I'm thinking, and it won't just be Terraria. It'll be like maybe different games. I'm trying to get my friends to play a little more with me, and probably if I'm doing, a fan server and playing with you guys, I'd stick some of that in there as well. And whatever Wednesdays is one of my ideas as well, where I'm just going to play whatever I feel like, honestly. I'm going to try different games. There's a lot of games I'd like to try. I used to have my G-Man Try series, and it was never popular, but I liked doing it. And, there's an audience for that, and probably there's been a small few of you who maybe liked those videos. Maybe we're ready to give up because I haven't been doing that, but I want to do more of that, and that's what I'm thinking, whatever Wednesdays. And probably FPS Fridays, because definitely I have an audience for my shooter videos as well, and I want to do a little better for you all too, because I've been doing those, like, lately it's been every 3rd Friday I've done, like an Unreal Tournament or a Doom or something like that kind of video. So I want to do more of that too. Anyway, that's basically my schedule. Like, I want to record 5 videos a week, and do the guides Tuesdays and Thursdays, because the other ones, actually, the Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, the idea is those are a little quicker and easier. Not to say I don't want to put the proper time into those, but they're just a little easier to do. So that's the idea, is to space those out in a way that I can devote the time properly to do the ones that need the time. And yeah, that's my idea for now. Anyway, so I'm hoping maybe by the end of this month, I'll be done my project for work and I can just go full time for the summer and see how it goes. It's going to be temporary for now. I'm going to try it out, see how it goes, and I hope that the channel will grow fast enough that I can make it permanent. But we'll see. So probably I'll do that for the summer, because I figure summer is actually a really good time for YouTube creators because all the kids are off school, so there's a lot more eyes, and even, you know, adults and university students and all these people, you know, everybody's kind of taking a little easier in the summer. More people are watching videos. And the views always seem to go up in the summer, so I think it's a good time to do that. So my idea is basically the summer break, July and August, something like that. I'd like to do it right away. Honestly, I want to get started. I'm really eager, and honestly, this has actually given me more motivation to get my actual work done, because my real work has actually been really slow. But I need to get this particular thing done, and I've actually been getting more work done because I want to get it done and go full time on YouTube. So that's my goal right now. And that's what I'm trying to do. And again, well, that's just probably going to happen when it happens, honestly. As soon as I get that project done, I'm just going to go at it, and you'll just see me suddenly uploading 5 videos a week instead of 2. It's basically how that's going to work. So as soon as I can, I'll do that. And we'll see how it goes. And depending how it goes, it may or may not be permanent, but I want to do this. And this is what I want to do, and I'm dedicated to it. I've got a lot of things in mind in terms of ways I want to improve my videos, improve the channel, all that stuff as well. So it's not just this stuff. But yeah, I mean, some of it's financially dependent to, you know, again, $100 a month sounds like a lot, but if you need to, like, say, buy a bunch of equipment or a bunch of games, and that kind of stuff, it doesn't go that far. So, yeah, we'll see. I'm going to do what I can with what I have got, and I'm going to do my best, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I hope you are too, or some of you at least. Stay tuned. We got big plans here, and I really, I'm so excited. I'm really excited, and I hope you'll come along for the ride. So thanks for watching. I don't know why you'd be watching this if you weren't already a subscriber, but if you're not, please subscribe. I got a lot in mind, and I will see you next time. I'm not sure when I'm going to do my next update. I'm definitely going to do one at 2,000 subscribers. As I say, I might do one when I hit 500,000 views. I'm not sure. So it may or may not be a little while before you see me again. Or I might just make a video to announce I've put a server up or something. But we'll see how it goes. So you'll see me sometime soon. Anyway, let me know what you think, and I'd love to hear your thoughts, feedback, whatever you want to tell me or whatever you want to talk about. Get in touch. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.